The Lord is our shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh I like down in a green pastures. Him leadeth I beside still water them. Him restoreth I soul. Him leadeth I in the path of righteousness for him name's sake. Yea! Though I rasta, I go walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I can't fear no evil. For thy rod and thy staff them comforted I and I. Unu prepare a table before I. In the presence of our enemy them. Unu anointed I head with no oil. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy I go follow I all the days of I life. Me I go dwell in the house of the Lord God. Jah kedema we gromabe atela exact beer tana istalina ba shante kedema we. How mau so bolisa mau ga so bolisa adanu woto was clear for. How atanyu mo oh, you are done. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonamo, where we speak truth to power. Now, here we don't criticize, but if we must, it would only be on one condition: to build and not to destroy. That is why we keep saying we are in the service of God and country. Again, here we are not neutral. We have never claimed to be, because we are not. We have taken sides, the side of the truth. That is why we are affectionately called the headquarters of the truth. And my name, Black Rasta. Now, in every traditional African home, there is a black pot. And each time this black pot sits on the fire, there is something super sumptuous cooking. Ingredients of so many different types, shapes and sizes, aromas and even flavors. Put aside all their differences and relocate into the black pot, where they are subjected to some really good amount of heating. At the end of the day, they produce sumptuous food in all its palatability for the nourishment of the family in its whole entirety. That is what we literally do here. We pick up ideas from all walks of life, all and sundry, the rank and file of our people, from the crowns of their heads all the way down to the soles of their feet. And we subject all these ideas to some forensic scrutiny. Right after which we tease out the creme de la creme of all these ideas and use that for the development of our people, our continent, our land. That is what we literally do here. My brother, my sister, this is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonamo, where we speak truth to power. And the channel is the Black Empire Media. I'm most excited to say we are live on Facebook. We are also live on YouTube. Yes, you can find us also on Instagram, also on X, formerly called Twitter. And of course, on TikTok, we keep taking and talking with the gracious hands of patriotism. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonamo. And here we speak truth to power. Please share the broadcast. If you have not subscribed to this channel yet, hit on the subscription button. And right after that, you hit on the notification bell so that each time we are on, you will be reminded with all respect to watch. Today, we have three very important issues to look at. Very hot issues. And I am more than just excited to press the button so we can start the action. My brother, my sister, if you are ready, come here. It's a Black Pot, aka Kukushonamo, and here we speak truth to power. Now, I want to say thank you so much to our beautiful sponsors. Oh my God, have mercy. Are you supporting our sponsors? Listen, man, this is the biggest show on Pan-Africanism and, of course, patriotism online. We are the biggest, and proudly so, all because of you. We thank you so much, and we appreciate you. This is the Black Pot. And I want to say thank you so much to our sponsors. Of course, thanks so much to Tesori Doriente. And when we talk about Tesori, we are asking you to turn every shower into a royal experience with Tesori Doriente. There is a shower gel, not just a shower gel, one that is exquisite. Oh my God, my brother, my sister, it is not toxic. It is exquisite. And it is Italian technology coupled and married with African raw materials. And it gives you a touch of excellence, deeper than the deep blue sea. What are you talking about? Listen, When you pour a little bit of Tesoro d'Oriente into the middle of your palm, shake up the bath water and it turns into a rich foam. Oh my God, of ladder. It nourishes your skin, just like you see my skin glowing and very healthy. And at the same time, it makes your skin feel nice and soft. Tesoro d'Oriente is soft, it is smooth, it is silky, and it has that unique, long-lasting oriental fragrance. It comes in so many different fragrances. Remember, I did not say flavors. Real fragrances, like the fragrances from the Garden of Eden. Different flowers. Oh, different fragrances. My brother, my sister, which is your favorite? You have a variety of fragrances to pick from the Garden of Eden. Tesoro d'Oriente. Is it the forest therapy? Is it the ikigai? Maybe it is the royal oud. Maybe it is the Persian dream. Maybe the karma. Which is your favorite? My personal favorite, oh my God, is the forest therapy. I also love to the maximum the royal oud. And of course, you feel very good anytime you have a shower. Oh my God, like a royal with Tesoro d'Oriente. What are you waiting for? This is premium quality, made affordable right here in Ghana and beyond. Now, it's probably distributed by Daddy Ash Limited. Please call Daddy Ash. The numbers are on the screen. 0244 772599. Daddy Ash Limited for bulk purchases and inquiry. My brother, my sister, I love Tesoro d'Oriente. Thank you so much for the sponsorship. We appreciate you and we love you. At the same time, we want to say thank you so much to Millennium Insurance. My brother, it's not every insurance that is an assurance. There is some kind of insurance that is never an assurance. That is why I am introducing you to Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy partner. Hey, get your motor insurance policy, comprehensive, third party, fire, theft, no problem. Hey, travel, no problem. If you want that travel insurance, you know your trustworthy partner is Millennium Insurance. My brother, my sister. Hey, now natural disasters can also hit. Tsunamis, earthquake. Oh, even rainfall can cause floods. But with Millennium Insurance, you are more than just safe with your trustworthy partner. Now, everybody's talking about Millennium Insurance for one very important reason. We feel your pain and we join you in your excitement. The good news is this. Anytime you come for a claim, we don't even want you to ask. We don't need you to ask. We know when calamity falls and we are happy to always hearken to your call. This is Millennium Insurance, and we have our offices all over the place. In Kumasi, in Tema, in Takoradi, you go to Sunyani, we are there. All over Ghana. You have no excuse not to be protected by your trustworthy partner, Millennium Insurance. We want to say thank you so much and visit the website, pick up the numbers and do business with Millennium Insurance. Get protected by your trustworthy partner. Remember, it's not every insurance that is an assurance. And I tell you that. We are also sponsored by the kind courtesy of Lemfi. And I'm excited to say I am a proud Lemfian. Are you sending money from the UK or from Europe in general? No problem. I am going to give you 10 euros for free. I am going to give you 10 British pounds for free. All you need to do, two things. Number one, you send 100 pounds or 100 euro at a go as a first time sender using Lemfi. Now, once you do that, 100 pounds, 100 euro, I give you 10 pounds back, 10 euros back. That is what we call the cash back. Now, if you send $100 and over, whether it is Canadian dollars or American dollars, you get $20 back. That is what is called the cash back. The second thing you need to do to get this, use the referral code. And the referral code is most beautiful. One Rasta. Rasta ba kupe. Mpese baako pe. Rasta eko me pe. And that's it. Once you use that, oh my God, you get the cash back. Now, when you deal with Lemfi, you are helping support the African business and development. Now, Lemfi is African, and Lemfi is doing a lot of work in Ghana, developing so many different communities right here in Ghana. Now, Lemfi sounds African. That is why I am a proud Lemfian. Can I tell you more? No transfer charges at all. And Lemfi has one of the most competitive rates. So you have no problem with rates. That is why when you travel abroad, everybody is talking about Lemfi. Jump the ship, come to Lemfi and be a proud Lemfian. As a first-time sender, please download the app from App Store. And remember, it's Lemfi. It is that beautiful color of the lemon. Oh my God, have mercy. And the next thing to do, don't forget the referral code. 1 Rasta. Rasta bakupe. Rasta eko mepe. Mpese bakupe. And everything is everything. I want to say thank you so much to the sponsors. We appreciate you and we love you. I am a proud Lemphian. Today we have 3 very important issues to look at. And I need you to come with me. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be hot. And it's going to be exclusive. If you are ready, let's get ready to rumble. Story number 1. Watch this. Mahama angry over another terrorist attack in Burkina Faso. Damang is a very nice gentleman. I met him at the Sunyani airport a couple of weeks ago when I traveled to Sunyani. And this gentleman walked all over to me. I was busily reading some things. He came and tapped me and said, my friend, I cannot walk out of here without coming to greet you. I just want to humbly tell you that I love you and I love the good work that you're doing. I couldn't believe that Damang was talking to me. I raised my head and I tapped myself 6 times to wake me from that dream. His assistant came over to me to whisper into my ears, this is Damang. And I said, of course I know, but I'm just hypnotized. I am overwhelmed. My brother, my sister, he was walking with Wenchi Hine. I rose to my feet, embraced him, squeezed him so hard. I felt it in his ribs that he was uncomfortable, but it was a way to show love. And then we took a couple of photographs. He boarded the plane and I arrived in Sunyani. This is Damang. I love him so much. He speaks his mind. Yes, we might not agree every time, but with this man, I agree with him almost every time. Now he met with the President of the Republic of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama, and he spoke to him. Now Damang is also a justice of our courts right here in Ghana. He is powerful. He's made it clear that he has never been a member of the NDC. He is not too interested in party partisanship, but because of the work Mahama is doing, he has become a Mahamian rather than an NDCian. This is Nana Damang. Hey, but he looked at John Dramani Mahama in the eye and he spoke to him. And the president simmered down. Cold tears broke out of his brows. And he looked left, looked right, looked straight, and he became red like red coral. What did he say to President John Dramani Mahama? Watch this.
Bampan kosiana nkodwaso anabi anome ametobia yewura menidi nkosiana ahweye yemododo yewura bibi asiye nkosiam yenne Burkina fo yewura yedidwa nti yade nkosiane bi ekọ Burkina Faso yewura nano yade nkosiane bi kọ Burkina ya de fa wase ho aye paga ye kowura Burkina yen kan bi nsem baaji yen kosua ni nyina ye wura ba se no ye wura ya boka o ye wura ya boka ye de anenam sa eta no atukwane wabai wada Roma hwehwem maye oya de ne ba mo ya mane yen kosua ya boka
Yewura ya boka yewura hwehwem mayen. Well, all that the gentleman of the land is saying is simple. Right here in Doma, our mainstay is poultry. We produce a lot of eggs. And the Burkinabés love our eggs produced right here in Ghana, specifically Doma, because we have the secret of egg production right here in Doma. So most of the time, we carry a bulk of our eggs to Burkina Faso to sell. The same way, we also go to them and get the tomatoes for our country. And we have had this kind of business for a very long time. We normally go through Paga. And when we enter Paga, we just cross over beautifully into Burkina Faso. And most of the time, everything is everything. Come here! My brother, my sister, we have a beautiful way of rearing our fowls. In fact, and in Doma, we have that secret. We produce eggs like no other. And the whole Africa knows that we are the best when it comes to egg production. So they love our eggs, proteinous eggs. And when we went to Burkina Faso this time round, some people that we may refer to as terrorists attacked the egg traders from Doma. And what did they do? They broke all the eggs and beat up the traders very terribly. We don't want to preempt anything. We don't want to start a certain kind of conspiracy theories. Your Excellency, with all respect, look into this for us. Wow! Now, the President of the Republic of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama, is a very good friend of Ibrahim Traore. And during his inauguration, he invited the Burkinabe president, the leader, to come over and be part of the ceremony. And he came. He had the loudest applause. He's the youngest president or leader of the world. At the time that he became leader of Burkina Faso at 34. Do we all remember? He's also a geologist. He studied geology at the University of Ouagadougou. Now, before then, as a little student, he started school in Bonduku, right there in Burkina Faso, before he crossed campus into Bobo Dioulasso. Right after that, when he was ready for higher education, he chose the University of Ouagadougou, where he studied geology. In 1999, thereabout, oh yes, 1999, oh yes, he decided to join the military. And when he joined the military, oh Lord God have mercy, he never saw no turning back. Oh yes, oh yes. He joined the military and he never knew no turning back. He went for training in Morocco. Yes, Morocco. Morocco. And when he got to Morocco, he studied a lot. When did he join the army again? It wasn't 1999. No, it was somewhere in 2019, thereabout, when he joined the army. 2019, thereabout, 2019. My brother, my sister, long story cut short, when he joined the army, he was sent all the way to Morocco. And when he got to Morocco, he studied more aircrafts, military operations, and all that. And when he came to Burkina Faso, there was a coup d'etat. A democratically elected leader was kicked out. And this other guy here, oh my God, decided to take over power in a coup d'etat. And he did. Paul Henry Sandaogo Damang. That's it. He took over power. The army supported him, but after some time, there was a counter coup organized by this man we're talking about, Ibrahim Traore. And what reasons did he give for the coup d'etat? He had not been able to fight terrorism. Number two, he was too aligned with the French. And thirdly, the people of Burkina Faso were unhappy with his leadership and kicked him out. How did the coup happen? Fire for fire. So many hours of crossfire. My brother, my sister, then the religious leaders had to come in and force a certain kind of truce. It was at that point that Captain Paul Henry Sandaogo Damang decided that he would resign. He resigned and they gave him the leeway out. That was what that was how it happened. And this was 2022. So he has been a leader for the past 4 years in Burkina Faso. And so many good things have happened in that country. My brother, my sister, when Maham spoke to President Mahama, he picked up the microphone and he responded. What did he say in response? Watch this.
Nana chiwede medemanu besi ha na madam wase enkosu asem no se me ba ya na mate hunsam enti nyame adomachi na mesa konkran me dru nkran a mesuma ewo me yonko ho President Traore na mabusa ade ekoso se ne be ya se bibi wo ho a na yaka na bibi atoye.
President John Dramani Mahama made it clear. What did he say? I never heard about this egg trouble. I only got to hear about it when I arrived here. I want to promise you that when I return to my base in Accra, the seat of the president, the presidency, I will contact my very good friend, Ibrahim Traore in Burkina Faso, and I will speak with him and find out exactly what is happening there. Because this is not a good thing, and I am not in the least happy about that. My brother, my sister, John Dramani Mahama. Could this be a coincidence? Only last month, tomato sellers were attacked. Only last month, tomato sellers were attacked. They were shot and killed. Their truck was set ablaze. My brother, my sister, and photos were awash the internet. Some of them are so gory, we will not be able to show. But a lot of our people lost their lives. As it stands right now, I am most excited that the president has promised the whole nation that he will speak with Ibrahim Traore, the geologist turned military man. He will speak with him and make sure that whatever the problem is, there would be a solution. In the interim, remember we broke the news first here when we talked about fresh tomatoes being banned for exportation from Burkina Faso. It's now that the news is hitting Ghana. We broke that days ago. Do you remember? Now the president is also going to be speaking with Ibrahim Traore to see if we can get at least a certain quota of fresh tomatoes from Burkina Faso in Ghana. So two things. Number one, you attacked our tomato sellers. Now it's egg sellers. We want to find out what really is the plan to safeguard our regional business. And two, we know that you are banning the export of fresh tomatoes from your country. Can you give us a quota at least? Maybe 10%, maybe 15%. But right now, as it stands, Ghana still depends on Burkina Faso for 75% of its tomatoes fresh. They travel all the way to Tetao. They go to Ouagadougou, Bobo Dioulasso, and all those places to bring in tomatoes. The terrorist attack did not stop them from going to Burkina Faso. It's their business. They still go there with some form of protection. And our prayer is that the two nations will come together, and at least because of our camaraderie, we would be able to come to a certain understanding. So fresh tomatoes can continue to come here, whilst our beautiful ex also journey to Burkina Faso with no let or hindrance. Thank you so much, Mr. President. And above all, thank you, Damang, for making this known to the people of Ghana and the people of the world. It's the Black Pots, aka Kukushonamo. And here we speak truth to power. When we return, we got more. Hey, you. Wayo!
Sometimes you just need a moment for yourself, a moment to slow down, feel the water, and let the day fade. Tesori is more than just a shower. It's a moment of pure calm, smooth, creamy, and relaxing. With forest therapy, Persian dream, royal oud, thalassotherapy, ikigai, fior di loto, and karma, all in convenient 500 milliliter bottles. There's a Tesori scent to fit every mood, every moment, every kind of you. Feel the lather on your skin. Breathe in the aroma. Let stress melt away and just enjoy the calm. You don't just feel clean. You feel refreshed, confident, and yourself. Tesori d'Oriente. Luxury is a feeling. For bulk purchases, contact Daddy Ash Limited on 0244 772599.
Tesori d'Oriente.
Blackpot, Coco Show, man.
It's the Black Pot, aka Kukushonemo. And here we speak truth to power. Please do me a favor. Share the broadcast. Hit on the notification bell after subscription so that each time we are on, you will be reminded to watch. I am most excited you are here. Please. This is the headquarters of the truth. And we are called the Black Empire Media. Our numbers are scrolling on the screen. Pick up the numbers and do business with us. Maybe you have a story you want us to follow up on. We are more than just excited to do that. And remember, we do that for free. Absolutely. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonemo. And here we speak truth to power. Story number 2. Watch this, my youth. Magdan cries over violent takeover of Magdan Aviation. It's a wash in the news. And we decided to go into it. Magdan is a guy almost everybody in Ghana knows. Dr. Daniel Macaulay. He was born on the 17th of June, in 1971 at Labadi. This is McDan. He was born into a poor family. At the age of 12, he already started working, selling kerosene and running the streets of Accra, trying to make a living. He still had time to go to school, at least to some level. At a point, he had a stint with the University of Ghana, Legon, and he went for higher education, as officially told to us. This is Dr. Daniel Macaulay, aka McDan. He's a born businessman. Not many people are excited about his business tactics. The people of Attැck will remember McDan and smile. Some will remember him and cry. All because of the Songo salt. And that is another story we can go into another day. We have been following that story for some time now. People have lost their lives over the Songo salt. Electrochem Ghana is owned by this man here called McDan. And he vowed that his Electrochem would produce salt from Songo, the best salt in the world, and will produce tons of the salt that will never ever be competed. People fought him. Many other people tried and failed. In fact, we are told Despite tried to get a concession, it didn't work. We are told Ibrahim Mahama tried, it didn't work. The people of Songo fought whoever went there to take a concession. But he was able to bulldoze his way through using business tactics that some endorsed and others would never endorse. And he didn't only get a concession, he got the whole of the Songo Lagoon to himself as 100% concession. I spoke to him several times and he told me, Black Rasta, the kind of investment I'm taking to the place, the only way I can recoup my investment is when I get the length and breadth. Yes, the length and breadth, the whole entirety of the Songo Lagoon. A quarter of it won't help me. 3/4 won't help me. No, I need everything. And the people of the area said they will not allow that because their gods and ancestors warned that no one man should ever monopolize the Songo. And Songo is in Pram Pram. And we are told is the best salt in the world. Natural salt that crystallizes just at the sight of the sunlight. They have fought McDan over and over, and he's fought them back. Guns have been blazing, my brother, my sister, and this strong man is still standing firm and controlling the Songo salt. But the strong man probably is only strong in some areas. In the days of the NPP, we were told that he was affiliated to that party. As to whether that is true or false, it doesn't make too much meaning to me. He is first and foremost a Ghanaian. He wielded so much power. We were told that he went all the way to the trade fair and demolished some structures. Many said they were extrajudicial, but he still maintains that they were very judicial. And one of his nemesis, who would probably never forgive him, is the guy, Capo di Tutti Capi, one Raymond Archer, who had a printing press in there and an advertising company that was pulled down like a house of cards. Daniel Macaulay, my brother, something terrible happened on the 11th of March. McDan's business, known as the McDan Aviation, remember the private jets right there at the airport, the Accra International Airport, was pulled down. And we were told that it happened at midnight. The authorities from Ghana airports went into that building, removed everything that belongs to Daniel Macaulay, aka McDan. shut down the whole place, locked up every nook and cranny, every crevice, and went away with the key, tying red all over the building. What was the reason? We spoke with McDan before we came here, and he was all tears. He said, Black Rasta, all that you heard is true. He said, Black, look how they are destroying the business of Ghanaians. What have I done? And I asked him, what have you done? Is it political or non-political? He told me, we are in Ghana. Anything can happen. Maybe it's political, maybe it's not. I asked again, McDan, what did you do? He said, Black, my only crime is that I owe 2 months rent. I delayed in paying 2 months of rent. Every business goes through problems. I have been paying all these years. Yes, once in a while we have issues. 2 months of non-payment. They came in here without any warning, locked up every single room here, and took the keys away. I quickly ran around and got the money. And I asked him, how much is that? 2 months is how much? And he told me, it is 485,000 Ghana cedis. Less than 500,000. Less than 500,000 Ghana cedis. That's about 40,000 American dollars. A man who has a big business at the airport controls a whole terminal. He said he invested 3.8 million American dollars in developing the terminal. The terminal we call Terminal 1. Am I correct? He took the whole of it. He said, Black Rasta, when I inherited that thing and I had the contract to go in there, the whole place was rotting. Cockroaches were flying left, right, and center. In some of the rooms, we even found worms. As to what kind of worms, I wouldn't be able to tell. Whether they were gogome or they were earthworms. Maybe tapeworms. We dealt with every single thing there. I spent 3.8 million American dollars to fix up the place. And at the point, his voice cracked. And I could envisage that he was donating tears to the ancestors. Hallelujah. He said, Black, I spent 3.8 million fixing the rotten place up. And I did it because it's my country. Right after that, we started work. We're working. Governments change hands. We're working. Even before government changed hands, yes, we had some issues. The NPP government came in and harassed me the same way without considering me as a Ghanaian. And this government too has come. 24-hour economy. Shouldn't I be supported to at least be able to push the business? Political or non-political? Like they chased me out. And I said, so what are you going to do? He said that he had gathered the money. 485,000, he's been able to get it. Whether he borrowed it or otherwise, he got it. And as we speak, Electrochem, some of the workers, time after time, they go on demonstrations for non-payment of salaries. So his business is at a certain point that he feels he needs support from the government. But the government shut it down. He still went ahead and got the money, came and paid the money to the government, all 485,000 Ghana cedis, an equivalent of about 40,000 American dollars. My brother, my sister. And the government still said, yes, you have paid. It is our money. You owed us that amount of money. So this is not a gift, but you are not going there anymore. It's finished. The contract has been terminated. McDan is no longer going to enter Terminal 1. Police will chase him out. So I asked him, what happened to the planes? And he told me, Black, the planes are out there for maintenance. If the planes were there, they would have been forced out of the airport. Right now, McDan Aviation is a figment of the imagination of whoever is interested. It's finished. Yamutu. Kaput. And McDan is not happy. Now we try to get in contact with the boss of the Ghana airport. Her name is Yvonne Opari Efie. This beautiful lady. And we couldn't. We are going to be able to speak with her and find out the intricacies, the untold story about McDan's non-payment of rent. Allegedly. And if truly that was the cause of the closure of the place. And remember, it was said that they did it at midnight. Midnight! Why did they do it at midnight? Is it true? Is it false? Sempe Manche is a man who is respected so much. Sempe Manche. Sempe Manche. That's him. He has released a statement. He's so unhappy about the midnight violent takeover of McDan Aviation. And he says, a stern call to Ghanaian Airport Company Limited. Seize the hostile takeover of McDan Aviation and uphold the rule of law on Garland. Sempe. Stool. Oh my God. And he says, it is with a heavy heart and a sense of profound, whatever it is. Open it up so everybody can read it. And we read it together. My brother, my sister, he says it's a violent midnight takeover. And it must cease right now, or else we are trying to endanger the rule of law in the country. My brother, my sister, and he wrote from the Sempe stool. For immediate release. It's a 2-paged one. And I like the wording. I like the emphasis. I like the power in it. Now, again, we have not spoken with Yvonne, the Free Opari. She is the boss of the Ghana airports. We will talk to her and bring her version out there. But if this is anything that meets the eye, if it is anything that is worth talking about, if the facts are as we see here, my brother, my sister, it looks like we still need to get back to the table, sit around the round table, and smoke the peace pipe and be able to help Ghanaian businesses grow. We are only doing a one-sided reportage. For that matter, we are very careful not to conclude that this was exactly what happened. Did McDan do anything more than just relenting in his payment of 2 months' rent? Is McDan doing anything there that is illegal? What do the authorities have to say? Is it political high-handedness? Political witch hunt? Or is just political jingoisms saddled in isms and schisms? Whatever it is, McDan, as I spoke to him, was all theory. And he told me, Black, I do not want to discourage Ghanaians from doing business in Ghana. But if this is anything to go by, I am gradually getting discouraged. Dash him away. It's the black pot, aka Kukushonemo. Is this truly the end of Magdan aviation? Or would it bounce back? This is not the first time it was closed down. But this time round, the authorities say it is the end of a generation. And this end is final. They are preparing for the funeral of Magdan Aviation. The coffin has been bought already, and it doesn't look like it's a pleasant coffin. Where is the burial taking place? Sempe Manche says that he would make sure he's at the funeral and he will cry the loudest so that people will be most uncomfortable. They will abandon the coffin and he will resurrect Magdan Aviation from the corpse and send it back to Terminal 1. May the best happen for Ghana. It's the Black Pot, aka Kukushonemo. And here we speak truth to power. When we return, we have a final story. Hey! Why-yo!
Blackpot. Kukushona, man.
It's the Black Pot, aka Kukushonemo. And here we speak truth to power. Now here we don't criticize, but if we must, it would only be on one condition: to build and not to destroy. That is why we keep saying we are in the service of God and country. Please share the broadcast, please. And just use 1 second, hit on the subscription button. Right after that, on the notification bell, so that each time we are on, you will be reminded to watch. This is the headquarters of the truth. It's all in the service of God and country. Here we don't do politics. What we talk about is 100% patriotism. And I want to say thank you. Our numbers are scrolling on the screen. Pick up the numbers and do business with us. Maybe you have a story you want us to follow up on. We are happy to do that for absolutely free. Oh God. My brother, my sister, because of you, we are number one. Because of you, we are the biggest. Look at the energy and the power. Look how far we have come in just a few years. It's all because you are a family. Thank you so much for being family. We appreciate you and we love you. Continue to spread the word. Share the broadcast each time we are on. And at the same time, introduce us to family and friends. Let me take out the word introduce. Recommend us to family and friends. Once they come here, they never leave, because this is the headquarters of the truth. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonemo. And here we speak truth to power. Story number 3. Watch this, my youth. Goldfields cries as Ibrahim Mahama takes over Damang mines. Wow. On the 8th of April, this year 2026, the government of Ghana is taking back Damang mines. And it is on its way to Ibrahim Mahama. Do you know who Ibrahim Mahama is? Do you know him? Have you seen him before? On TV? In the newspapers? This is Ibrahim Mahama. was born in January 1971, 3 years ahead of Black Rasta. And he was born in Tamale. My brother, my sister, he was born to a father, Juan Emmanuel Adama Mahama, who himself was a minister in the era of Kwame Nkrumah, a very trusted one. He shares the same father as John Dramani Mahama. In fact, their father was a very powerful man. He was not only showing political muscle in making sure Ghana was working under Nkrumah. As his contribution, he was also a bulldozer in the bedroom. He had 19 children. Hallelujah. My brother, my sister, it's a political family. They are Nkrumaists. They believe in the ideals of Kwame Nkrumah. This is Ibrahim Mahama, born in January 1971. In 1997, he decided to open up a business. What was the name of the business? E&P, Engineers and Planners. 1997. After school, when he opened it, one of the very first contracts he had to go all the way to Damang. The same Damang we are talking about today. As a subcontractor from AMS to work on the Damang mines, as controlled and owned by Aboso Goldfields. And there was 1998, a year after he founded the E&P. Small works. And when he worked so hard and was able to convince everybody, he now started to grow out of a subcontractor to getting direct contracts. My brother, my sister, this is Ibrahim Mahama I am talking about. And the direct contracts included haulage contracts and so on and so forth. In 2016, something interesting happened. He started to work on the satellite pits. You know, in Damang and some other such areas, they were believing in him more and more. He was making money, small, and instead of spending it on chibom and chicken thighs, he invested the money back in his business, buying equipment, reading about equipment. This is the Damang mines. And I'm going to tell you something that will shock you pretty soon. So from 1997, when he opened up E&P, 1998, he started to work. My brother, my sister, right there at the Damang mines. At this point, my brother, many people would ask, what is the Damang mines? This is the Damang mines. I'm going to come back to this photograph and I'll tell you more about the beauty of this place, the dangers of this place, and in a nutshell, all the drama that is happening here now. But can I walk you through a dossier to locate where exactly Damang mines is? Now, Damang is in the western region. Oh yes, correct. In the western region is a major gold mining town located in the western region, the southwestern part of Ghana. And it's only about 30 kilometers north of Attəck, another mining citadel. And about 300 kilometers away from Accra, the capital. Jesus. My brother, my sister, this is what it is. The area is part of the Ashanti Gold Belt, specifically within the Taquarian sedimentary sequence known for significant gold deposits. Are you joking? Do you understand? Do you get it? If you don't get it, forget about it. You think say you dey wise. No! Damang is best known for the Damang gold mine, a large-scale open pit operation, and historically is operated by the Abosu Goldfields Limited, as you were told, a subsidiary of South African giant Goldfields. And I'm happy we are where we are. Hey, dash it away and come here. Dodo, I've been sorrow. Now listen, Ibrahim and his E&P, engineers and planners, worked like Allah, from the beginning, and they got to that level. And I'm about to break some beautiful news to you, and it will shock you. My brother, my sister, look at what happened now. In 2018, he started to move around the Takwa area in contracts. And then 2019, something terrible happened. The AMS and then the Abosu Goldfields Limited had a certain controversy. And AMS was put away because of that controversy, the confusion. And EMP was asked to take over and do the work. So EMP kept faith with Damang Takwa, working from that time all the way down to 2019. From 1998 to 2019, 11 years. Now let me tell you something interesting now. Schedules were revised time after time, time after time. And Ibrahim and his E&P had a contract to work on the Damang mines till 2025. And this is where the story ends. But before 2025, somewhere in 2022, Damang mines roads from Goldfields all the way to EMP saying that, well, your contract has ended. Oh, how would the contract end? We're supposed to end in 2025. Blah, 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 go and come, go and come. But they had mined a lot and put that in a stockpile. Do you get it? You have a contract. If you mine and stockpile it, even when the contract ends, you are allowed to clear the stockpile. So they were allowed to still be there and clear the stockpile to a certain point until they were forced and evacuated out of the place. Now, can I tell you who these Goldfields people are? Goldfields, do you know who they are? It's a South African outfit. Are you aware? South African outfit. Run the dossier. It's a globally diversified South African gold producer with active operations in Australia, Ghana, Chile, South Africa, and Peru. And in Ghana, it is undergoing a major portfolio shift as it prepares to exit Damang mines. Take this away. I'll come back to it. Take it away and come back to me. Okay? Now watch this. This thing called ENP is now taking over the Damang mines. In 2024, there was a letter that was written by Goldfields out there. ENP also corresponded. They were trying to find a way to sort out their issues after the contract allegedly ended. And ENP wrote to Goldfields to find out, and also to the owners, Aboso, Goldfields, and the government of Ghana. Please, can we buy the place? If you want to give it out for sale, we would love to have it and buy it. But they went to and fro. And in the contract, the Goldfields from South Africa, in fact, is supposed to have a renewal. You know, when you sign a contract and they say there's an option for renewal. When it came to the renewal, Goldfields was dragging its feet as if to do electric slide, Michael Jackson, moonwalk. Why was Goldfields dragging its feet? Can I tell you? When you go to Damang, and give me that area photograph, the Damang mines, and I need you to open your eyes and watch this properly. Watch this. You see that it's a whole excavated area, right? And then you see a hole in there. That is where the ore is. That is where you find the gold. Now on the side, the brown sides that you see in the corner there, there's what is called the tailings. When you mine the gold, what is not of the gold, you know, what is not the gold and is useless, you put it into the tailings and it contains cyanide. It's deadly. So you put it in the corner so that the cyanide can break down naturally before it is disposed of. Now the ore, where the gold itself is, has a way of breaking under there from that hole into the tailings. And that is dangerous. To be able to get the gold, it means you have to enter through the tailings and break into the ore. My brother, that is very dangerous. I won't pretend to be a miner. That's it. Where that hole is, that's the ore. I'm not going to go too technical about this. So Goldfields realized that, Charlie, the way you have to break through the tailings and go and then get the ore, we truly probably don't want to invest in that. It's going to cost too much money, and no. We don't want to renew, kind of. You know, we're dragging their feet. My brother, they made so much money. And look at what they did. They carried the money to Canada. And they invested in Canada. Can I show you? Run the doors here. They have a certain kind of mining project they call the Windfall Project in Quebec. Now, Goldfields initially entered the project as a 50-50 joint venture partner, but moved to consolidate full ownership. How much did they pay to invest in Canada? 2.02 billion Canadian dollars, approximately 1.5 billion American dollars. And a lot of this money they probably got from Ghana. Were they not interested in investing in Ghana anymore? Because of the difficulties of the Damang and the intricacies, so they were dragging their feet. Remember when Nana Akufo-Addo was here? Issues left, right, and center. A lot of noise. And then Mahama came into power. Dashed this away. But before he came into power, can I show you a letter that was written in the days of Mahama to the Minister of State? This was in the days of Nana Akufo-Addo. Open it up so we can read it. And this was written March 2024. And I need you to open it so all of us can read it. As you can see, the date is the 12th of March 2024. The Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources. Now, this is addressed to the Chief Executive Officer, Engineers and Planners Company Limited. And it says, dear sir, request for notice of no objection pursuant to Section 52 of the Minerals and Mining Act 2026. I beg your pardon, 2006. Now, your letter dated 8th March 2024 on the above subject matter refers. Subsequent to your letter, the Honorable Minister requested for the advice and recommendation of the Minerals Commission pursuant to Section 100, Article 2 of the Minerals and Mining Act 2006 at 703, which was received on the 12th of March 2024. Now, the Commission indicates that your company has gained considerable experience in mining. Did you see that? This is Nanado, and is currently engaged in contract mining for Aboso Goldfields Limited's Damang gold mine. Now, based on the representations in your letter and on the recommendation of the Minerals Commission, the Honorable Minister for Lands and Natural Resources has no objection to Engineers and Planners Company Limited entering into negotiations with Aboso Goldfields Limited for the purposes of acquiring the Damang gold mine. Do you get it? So, EMP, we have no problem. You can go and speak with Goldfields, Aboso, and if you guys agree, then you can take over the mines and acquire that. This no objection, however, does not affect the right of the government of Ghana to approve or reject any transaction and or agreement concluded between the parties. Accordingly, any agreement concluded between you on one hand and Aboso Goldfields Limited on the other hand shall be subject to the express approval or otherwise of the government of Ghana. Now, for the avoidance of doubts, any such agreement shall not be valid, and no right shall pass under such an agreement without the consent of the government of Ghana. This no objection is granted subject to the above reservations, and is written and signed by who? Professor Patrick K. Agbesi Nyali. And that was the chief director, and had copied to the minister and sent to ENP. Dash it away. What this thing simply says is that Ibrahim and his ENP were interested in the Damang mines after they realized that Goldfields was beginning not to show too much interest. And this is the punchline now. Come here. Watch this. Now, Goldfields, listen, called EMP. Ibrahim, come here. And Ibrahim went. Sit down. And the boss is Mike Fraser. He's a South African, this guy. He called Ibrahim. I said, come here, sit down. Why are you showing so much interest in the mine? Because he himself, with all his experience, he knew Ibrahim was experienced. And he shouldn't be showing so much interest in a blighted property, blighted piece of land, with all the dangers of tailings and whatever. So he asked Ibrahim, okay, we would agree on something, but tell me, if we give it to you, how are you going to deal with this? And Ibrahim, thinking that he was only trying to convince a man to give him the opportunity to take over the mines, opened up everything. We are going to cut the tailings from here, break this at this angle, enter here, swing a pendulum, drink Coca-Cola, and fling the bottle away and drink Asana and Pito and say, ah. Then the whole thing will be opened and we'll go for the ore. Mike Fraser of Goldfields, South Africa, shook his head. At that time, they had already invested heavily in Quebec. It was almost becoming too late to say, oh, let us just renew. Once Ibrahim and his EMP told them the secret behind the thing, how he would maneuver his way through the mine. The interest came back again. And they wrote. Fortunately or unfortunately for them, governments had changed hands. Mahama was now sitting there. And Mahama is a crazy Pan-Africanist. He would wish that all mining companies in Africa will be controlled by Africans. And he said that time and again. So they wrote. And the government looked at it and said, oh, but if you are supposed to get a renewal, the law simply says you have to give it to us at least 6 months. Look at the time you are giving to us. It's close to the time that you are supposed to leave. Give us at least 6 month notice that you want to renew. You wait till the thing is almost finished. Then you come and say you want to renew. Nabil, we can't renew. We are going to take back our mind. Mike Frazier said, okay, yeah, it's the law, no problem. No problem, we will go, but please help us. We have invested a lot. Give us at least 1 year so that we can pack our things gradually and go. And the government said, you have done well, you've been with us. We give you the grace period. The grace period is ending on the 8th of April. And the government of Ghana advertised that companies, mining companies, should come and be part of it. Bring back that dossier. My brother, it has been advertised for other companies to come and bid. But how much do you need to be able to work at Damang? My brother, my sister, same Goldfields dossier. Bring it quick. Okay? And EMP applied. It was the first to show interest in the Damang mine, at least officially. My brother, my sister. And that's it. Now Goldfields will officially hand over ownership and operational control to the Ghanaian government on the 18th. I beg your pardon, it's the 18th, not even the 8th. 18th, 2026. Now the government declined to renew the long term. Please bring back the dossier. Don't distract me. Bring back the dossier and pay attention. The government declined to renew the long-term lease in 2025, preferring a transition to a local Ghanaian ownership. Are you not excited? And watch this. 3 local entities applied. Number 1, ENP. Number 2, BCM. And they were also there doing their work on the diamond time after time. BCM International and Vortex Resources. And their bid was opened. And these were the people who showed. But you will require $1 billion for revival. 1 billion. This amount is double, 1.5, what has been paid in Canada by Goldfields for the windfall mines. Let us get ready to close now. Now, following the pause of its joint venture with Anglo Gold Ashanti in May 2025, Goldfields is now focused on optimizing Takwa as a stand-alone asset. So they will concentrate on Takwa. The company is actively engaging the government to renew the Takwa mining lease. Will the Ghana government renew the Takwa lease? Now that the government is thinking more Afrocentric. Remember recently, the government of Ghana says 12% from the 5% they were giving to us, all miners coming to Ghana, now 12%. And America and all those countries are not happy. Now, we are owning our own mines, starting with Damang. Are you excited? Now, for the year ending December 31, 2025, Gold Fields reported a nearly threefold increase in profit. $3.57 billion. Gold Fields made $3.5 billion. Threefold. Just a year. Is it from the Damang mines? Dash it away. My brother, my sister, this is where we find ourselves now. How did Ibrahim reach there? From 1998, when he started working with Damang as a power plant, buying materials. Can I take you to the mining site? And you see the kind of work that E&P put in there, the equipment. They are also in Liberia. My brother, my sister, mining, you see a lot of mining happening. My brother, my sister. And see, this is E&P. Look at the work going on. Look at it. And it is the biggest locally owned mining company in the whole of West Africa. E&P. Are you aware? It's the biggest in the whole of West Africa. And this is a mining site. This is a Damang. Can you see the hole? Now you can see it properly. And the other side, that is where the tailings go. Look at it. Did I tell you that is the biggest in the whole of West Africa? E&P. Look at the explosives. Like something happening in Iran that we don't want to hear about. This is E&P. E&P. And interestingly, when some of these miners from South Africa, from Australia, from wherever, when they come to Ghana, a lot of them go for the equipment of Ibrahim. He was smart. Right at the beginning, all the profit he got, he went to buy equipment, knowing very well that any mining company that comes here cannot ship its equipment across the oceans just like that. They will come to you as long as you have that. Look at the area. My brother, my sister, this is the Damang mines. We have told you about the E&P, how it started. Let's hear from the CEO, the founder, Ibrahim himself, how he started it. And this is just a 2.5 minute video. Watch this.
The story of engineers and planners started as far back as 1997 when a young man conceived the idea of setting up a heavy-duty equipment rental company.
We started like a small rental company and we've now become a big mining construction company where we are actually working now in about 4 different mines. It's about 20 777s. We have on order another 20 coming for several other projects that we're looking at. The 777 is a unique truck where it actually cuts between mining and civils. So we, being a mining and civils construction company, we would sit with the 777. Now, if we depending on the model of the mine and the volumes being moved, we likely would increase to 785s in the future. But for now, currently, we're running at least 20 777s. A 777 today is selling for $2.5 million. That's what a 777 costs today. But it has to be matched with, let's say, Libre 984, which also is close to about $3 million. Yeah. We've invested in ADTs to the tune of about 70 pieces. One of them cost about $600,000 purchase. I've not been scattered by
looking in so many places. I've actually been focused by looking after this business. And what that means is that it gets, after 13 years of being in business, at least from the 15th year, the business would not need me. Currently, the business doesn't need me every day, but I am just there to be able to keep it straight and narrow.
Engineers and planners working for the growth and development of the country and continent.
Well, he's a brother to the President of the Republic of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama. And many people think that for that reason, even if he's the most qualified, he should never be given any such thing. I beg to differ. Same way we are calling for McDan to have justice given to him, we are also saying that talent should not be blocked. Politics should not stop talent from being exposed. If all the white guys, the blue and yellow guys who come into this country run to this guy here at ENP to get equipment to work, and they are all saying and endorsing the fact that he has been in the business for long and he knows too well. And if that is not enough, ENP is the biggest mining locally owned in the whole of West Africa. Should that not be enough for anybody to say, let's support the Ghanaian businessman? But let's finish up on this. Let's look at how, though we have told you how, in a summary, ENP acquired these Damang mines. And come the 18th of April, the new guys will replace Goldfields, and they are proudly Ghanaian. That was what Nkrumah did with Ghana Airways. He gradually phased out foreign investment and took it up hook, line, and sinker. My brother, my sister, open this up so we can look at it briefly, and that will be the end of the show. ENP leads indigenous mining push, ready to operate their mines. Summary of the process. Now, since 2022, ENP has provided critical mining services to the Damang mine. Now, the official inquiry for the acquisition of the mine happened in 2022. The official engagement between Goldfields and ENP started in 2023. Now, Goldfields Ghana, through its subsidiary Aboso Goldfields Limited, issued a demobilization notice to its contract miner, engineers, and planners company limited, ENP, in a letter dated 4th September 2023. Now, based on the demolition notice and an agreement in principle between the top hierarchy of ENP and Goldfields at meetings held in Accra, ENP applied to the government in March 2024, the letter that you saw, for a no objection letter to engage on a potential takeover pathway. The no objection letter was only issued by the then Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Honorable Samuel Abujinapo, on the 12th of March 2024. Now, in a letter dated 11th November 2025, Goldfields wrote a letter to the minister recommending ENP to be allowed to continue to operate the mine after April 18, 2026. Did you see that? Goldfields wrote a letter to the minister recommending ENP. And we have all those letters. They are huge like this. Now, based on the 11th November 2025 letter from Goldfields, the Minister of Lands wrote a letter dated 8th December 2025, including ENP in the transition period. After Goldfields' 12th April 2025 notice, the government set up a transition team originally made up of Minerals Commission and Goldfields. Then later, Goldfields wrote a letter for ENP to be the operator of the mine after April 2026. Now, based on the recommendation from Goldfields for ENP to take over, the minister wrote to Goldfields that ENP should be included in the transition team. And all three parties, that is Goldfields, Ministry, and ENP, have been working together since 2023, 3 years ago, to ensure a seamless transition so that no jobs will be lost and the mine will not be shut down after April 2026. So the transition started from 2023 in the days of Nana Addo. And it continued all the way to this point. Congratulations to EMP. Congratulations to John Dramani Mahama. Congratulations to the government of Ghana. Congratulations to the people of Ghana. I am excited. And my prayer is that Ghanaians will continue to get jobs at the mines, that will do responsible mining, and that Ibrahim, the philanthropist that he is, would always take Ghana first in all his approaches. And Ghana will benefit better than if any other person, non-Ghanaian, had handled it. Ibrahim, bring him here. Come here. Ibrahim have said that EMP doesn't need him anymore. He doesn't need to be there. They've set the institution right. Please, it's an opportunity for you to make Ghana proud and for you to make Ghanaians call for a total haulage of the mining structure. And now consider other Ghanaian miners to take over from the slavish ownership of all these guys who have taken us for granted all these years. They give us 2%, 1%, and take the rest away. Go to Obuasi and look at the roads there. Go to Johannesburg. Compare Johannesburg to Obuasi. Gold is mined in both areas. And you will know that we've been taken for granted for far too long. I studied oil and gas for my master's. And anytime any mineral is discovered in an area, it turns into a case. Either fighting amongst the people or some people just coming to take it and then they give you almost nothing. Ibrahim, it's time for you to rewrite the story so that one day they will say that you, Ibrahim, became the voice of the voiceless in the mining sector of Ghana. I'm not going to talk much. Come the 18th of April, there will be a new ownership. The contract will start anew and ENP would go in there. I suggest that we have a big celebration for this. Musicians be allowed to come and sing and dance. Cultural dancers should come. Yes, let our ancestors be glorified. And I'll be glad if I was chosen as one of the artists to represent with the Herbalist Band so that we can honor the spirit of Kwame Nkrumah. Kwame Nkrumah, why did you leave so soon? I miss you so. When we are go see you again, Kwame Nkrumah, why did you leave so soon? I miss you so. When we are go see you again, and we sing for Ghana as well. This is my Gold Coast, now called Ghana. Gateway to Africa, gateway to the world. My dear Ghana, sweet, sweet Ghana, set her free, free from the vulture. Ghana, oh Ghana, Kwame Nkrumah Ghana. Ghana, oh Ghana, Black Star Line. Ghana, oh Ghana, Dinga Sise Ghana. Ghana, oh Ghana, Asian Kingdom Ghana. God bless Ghana. Ghana shall prosper again. It's been a black pot. It's our country or nothing. Notre pays ou rien. Black pot, aka Kukushonamo, where we speak truth to power. I want to say thank you. I want to appreciate you. It's a great day to call yourself Ghanaian. Devoid of all political shenanigans, we shall be here to continue to direct them to do the right thing. Thank you so much. We appreciate you and I love you. And I want to say thank you so much to our sponsors. Oh my God. Thank you so much to Lemfi. Oh yes, Lemfi. If you're sending money from America or Canada, Canadian dollars or American dollars, I give you $20 back for free. We call it the cashback. You only need to send up to about 100 American dollars or 100 Canadian dollars. And you must be a new sender. So if you're a new sender, please download the Lemfi app from App Store. Send only $100 Canadian or American and get $20 back instantly. But you must use the referral code 1RASTA. Rasta bakupe, as you see on the screen. Rasta eko mepe. Mpese bakupe. And that's it. And if you are sending from the UK or from Europe as a whole, British pound or European euro, no problem at all. I give you 10 euros back when you send 100 euros or 100 British pounds. That is what is called the cashback. But use the referral code 1RASTA, and the rates are overly competitive. Great rates and no transfer fees, zero. We don't charge you anything to send your money. Send money to Ghana from America, from Canada, from the United Kingdom and Europe. No problem at all. And Lemfi is African and is doing a lot of community development in Ghana. That is why I am a proud Lemfian. Are you a Lemfian? If you are not, time now to join the Lemfi family. Be a proud Lemfian. We love you and we appreciate you. Okay? And remember the referral code 1RASTA. Rasta bakupe. I want to say thank you so much to Lemfi. We appreciate you. And also thank you so much to Millennium Insurance. Listen, any kind of calamity that befalls you, you don't have control over that most of the time. Earthquakes, volcanoes, and even tsunamis. That is why I'm introducing you to your trustworthy partner. Hey, sickness, funerals, no problem. Hey, Millennium Insurance. Remember, it's not every insurance that is an assurance. Some of it is nothing but a disaster. All right? That is why I am introducing you to Millennium Insurance. Hey, motor insurance, third party, comprehensive, no problem at all. Hey, theft, burglary, fire, no problem at all. Oh my God. Travel insurance, no problem at all. Oh my God. That is why you must open your eyes and uphold and behold and hug your trustworthy partner. All right? My brother, my sister, we have offices all over Ghana. Kumasi, Takra, Day, all the way in Tamale, Sunyane, even right here in Accra. No problem at all. Please pick up the numbers on the screen and call us and be part of the Millennium family. We are your trustworthy partner. No problem at all. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. We are also sponsored by the kind courtesy of Tesori d'Oriente, Italian technology, African raw materials coming together in a tango. A marriage that is so fresh to give you a fragrance that can only be competed with the smell from the Garden of Eden. Hallelujah. Hey, it is soft, it is silky and smooth, and its long-lasting oriental fragrance is non-competitive. You can't compete. Hey, and it goes a long way. 48 hours and beyond, you are still smelling nice and sweet, as if you just walked out of the Garden of Eden. It comes in so many different fragrances. Remember, not flavors. We have the royal oud. Oh yes, the oud. Ah, do you like it? I love it. And we also have the forest therapy. How about the ikigai? We also have the karma and the Persian dream. Oh Lord, and much more. Pick up the fragrance that suits you and Don't be surprised when you go for an interview. The interviewers would only be asking you, what is this that you have used on your body? Your skin would glow. Look at my skin. It glows good. And sometimes the ladies look at my skin and they ask, woo, your skin is soft. It looks like the skin of a baby. Tesori, Doriente. It's premium quality, made affordable. Oh, yes. Now it's proudly distributed in Ghana by Daddy Ash Limited. Please call them. The numbers are on the screen. 0244 772599. It's the Blackport, aka Kukushonamo. And here we speak truth to power. Our numbers are scrolling on the screen. Pick up the numbers and do business with us. Or if you have a story you want us to follow up on, we are more than just excited to do that. All right. Now let's look at your comments and we are done for the day. Waves GH says, my boss, we are ready for you. Fuos Obi Omoto says, greetings, Black Rasta. Ernest Holomau says, Rasta himself, Osaibedu, come here. The Blackport, aka Kukusho Mondo Powers. Achuvia Raymond is excited to be part of this show. Okay, watching live from Elmina Castle. All right, more comments coming in, and we have who is this? Who is this? Who is this? What's the name? Ni Koche says, hello, Rasta. Please, concerning the Gold Star Company, GACL and GCAA, I would suggest you talk to the minister in charge of that sector. Most of the things are politically motivated. Maybe it's either the ministry which is deliberately delaying, or they may not even be aware of what's happening. Can you please do a follow-up on the commencement of the road tolls? I read government borrowed 17 billion to pay salaries in 2025 alone. Are you sure? We'll check it out. What we know is that Mahama hasn't borrowed a cent yet since he came into power. So we'll find out what you're talking about. Man Okubo says, Mua Fire, Blackport. Pandi Pamak says, greetings, Black Rasta. More comments. And this is Love Doctor, who says, bless up, Rasta. Nanaya Koranchi says, is the Blackport. Kukusho Namo. Neo Data Mill says, good evening, Black. Abena Sela says, fire, ya. Kamshina Zaid, Black Rasta, Mua Fire. Cantona GH says, watching live from Accra, Newtown. Walasi K says, Black. Ras Okoko Fisud Moon says, come here, watch this, dash it away. And Sego Sports has put out something there. And Bawa Uwa says, Blackport. Akana Izura says, Ben Venuto Rasta 1. Thank you so much. Ben Venuto simply means welcome. All right. I'm sure that's Italian. I can tell from the French, says bienvenue. Okay, so anything that is benvenuto should be welcome. Rasta 1. Zion Genesis says it's listening. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Julius Wemeno says, good evening, Black. Yoda Emil says, big respect, Black Rasta. Your energy, truth, and fearless voice always inspire. You keep it real and uplifting every time. Watching in Rovaniemi, Finland. Wow. Ni, how are you doing? Love and respect. And he says, Black Rasta, shout out to Kwame A+. The guy is doing a great job in his constituency. Salute of patriotism, Mr. Plus. Patawo says, hello, Black Rasta. More comments. Robert Nana Mensa says, Songo is in Adan. Songo. Oh, yes. Yeah. You're right. Wow, how did that escape me? Adan. Oh, Songo. Oh, cha. Slow. Sorry about that. And my producers are all sitting here watching me. Nobody has been able to tell me, oh, Songo is in Adan. Meanwhile, we went there for the documentary. They all know the place very well. All sitting down there watching me. At the end of the day, say, Charlie boss, we no chop. Today, they no go chop. We go send the money to you. Send us your momo. Robert Nana Mensa. Gather all the money to give you. Adam Zaki says, Black Rasta do. Abdul Rauf Osman says, big respect, Black. Says, the black man is the enemy of the other black man's progress. Instead of supporting ourselves, we rather tear each other down. Oh, Mama Africa. Adam Sapato says, Salaga Soldier. Greetings. Salute of patriotism. Robert Nana Mensah says, karmic justice from the brutalities at Songo. affecting natives, radio stations, journalists, etc., etc. Well, this one here says, what's his name? Magdan is actually suffering karma for what he has done to people in Songo. Adan. That's what he said. Karmic justice. Robert Nanamensa. Isaac McCarthy says, Black, no sound on Facebook streaming. Yes, at the beginning, we just show you the thumbnail to tell you that we're getting ready to come. Okay? Yeah. So that within 2 minutes, we normally are back. Ras Okoko Fisun Moon says, let me screenshot and read later. Thank you. Emmanuel Ama says, what will airport company gain with this shutdown? Is it the only aviation company that owes? Let the rule of law work and stop that hatred. Nobody can gain from hate. Well, we are yet to speak to the other side, so we'll bring you that as well. Ras Okoko Fisun Moon says, we are reading. That's why. Okay. Alexander Kwesi says, Tuma, Black Rasta, hope you're doing well. Isn't it appropriate for the government to have its airports and rent them to individuals, then individuals owning part of the airport as their property? It's actually a rent. It's not ownership. It's just rent, okay? Abba, Ghana, why? Why don't we understand that we have to develop as a nation? There's no such thing as our own, but our nation. Magdan should understand that Ghana is growing and we can't wait to have 50 million before we expand the airport. Watching you live from Ontario, Canada. Okay? And Abeto Michael says, hey yo, wayo. Wadi Boy says, welcome back, my lord, wayo. Rap Thunder says, welcome, legendary Black. Abeto Michael says, this is the Blackport. Kofi Bonnie says, where ye bonga. I don't know what that means. Emmanuel Ania says, another week and another day, yet Rashida issue is left unsaid. We would only say it when we get more information and we are allowed to release it before investigators come out. Okay? Okay. So, Dimbe Chris says, love always. Henry Atia says, you are always doing a great job for Mother Ghana. We love you so much. May the good Lord bless you. Usman Issa says, Assalamu alaikum. Black, Eid Mubarak to you and your viewers. Hi, Eid Mubarak. Meto Michael says, you think say you did wise. Come here, Muman. Henry Atia says, fire, yabu. Samuel Nati says, why? Good evening, one Rasta Bakupe. Now the great legendary. I'm excited listening to you for your general update. Sir, please keep up the good work. Thank you. JDSG says, greetings, Black. We are live. JDS says, Black, please speak truth to power, our country or nothing. Raymond Iwia says, good evening, Rasta. Please kindly try your best to inform us once again about ECG cable theft scandal, the containers. I thought that it was finalized. What about it? I think it was finalized. They said they found some of the containers and all that, and Anyway, well, we'll check it out, okay? And then why Mad Jar says, if JM got to know of this, Niado Nani says, hi family and Black, good evening. How are you? Uku Dominic says, it's because Ghana has banned the transport of cooking oil, rice, tomato paste, pasta, and others. So I believe this is their response. Beneza Ango says, how's Mahama angry based on the response he gave? We only played you a part, a little part, okay? So we gave you the rest of the story. All right? Eric Abankwa says, can't we use this moment to address our output since it takes only a few months to produce tomatoes? Yeah, it takes a few months, but it takes a lot of years to prepare for the few months. Vero Kwashe says, Black Rasta, kindly talk about the Hospital Kalabule documentary. I haven't seen it yet. Because you mentioned it, we'll go look for it, okay? Big shame to our leaders. So can they learn some sense from Captain Ibrahim Traore? And Trish Kenzie says, Kasim Obodai says, good evening, family. It's time Ghana started a tomato famine. Large quantities. So we stop all this nonsense. Kobikwe says Traore joined the Burkina Faso army in 2009. You are right. 2009. It was jumping in my head and I couldn't stand and think for another 4 or 5 minutes without talking. If it was in examination hall, I'll do some calculations, but talking live with no prompter. Hey, you are calculating, you are looking at about 5 people here. Somebody's pointing a placard at you, somebody. So when I'm ending the show like this, I'm always happy because I can now rest and drink some cool water. I agree with you. And I knew there was a 9 somewhere, you know. So, and I looked at his age to 34. I was trying to do the calculation. If you were here during the break, I was shouting here and telling them, so none of you could Google this and tell me that, oh, he joined at this time and showed me a placard. You all sat down there drinking Asana. I'm going to stop providing Asana here so that we all would concentrate. Okay? Thank you so much. We agree and we love you. If JDM only got to know of this second attack on Ghanaians in Burkina Faso, then it is extremely dangerous. What are all the security organizations doing? This is a big shame on each and every one of them. I agree with you. Samuel Sunday. Sunday Adedekun says, little boy Ibrahim Traore is putting some sense into the empty heads of all these leaders. Samuel Nati says, Black Rasta. For me, I think that our president has taken the right decision to meet the Burkina leader. Yes, the Burkina leader. The terrorist attacks in his country. They are a wake-up call to him. If not, then he's away. Why? Frank Mauko says this tomato issue is funny. Ghana has a lot of tomatoes in the Volta region and Adan area. But Ghanaian traders prefer the chemical one. That is our problem. In fact, they wanted to destroy the Burkina tomato, so they said chemical. It's not true. In fact, I went to Burkina Faso and with my team, the only thing that they tried GMO with was cotton. And you can check it out. The tomato is organic. At least they started it only yesterday. They have a different variety there. But I do agree with you, the Ghana tomatoes are the best. They have so much water in there. You know, so when you leave it out, it gets rotten in no time because of the water content. And the water content makes it plenty juice, more juice. Rather than saying water, let me say juice. The Burkina one is more of fiber. You can bounce it and it will come back. That's the variety they have there. And that takes long to get spoiled. And when our farmers bring our tomatoes, the market bullies them because they know they have to sell. If they don't sell, the thing will go bad. So they always lose. And the farmers have started to stop producing tomatoes by something else. That's the problem we have here, okay? And then Trish Kanzi says both of them are thieves. Hey, are you sure? Are you sure? Trish Kanzi says God is here to punish all of them in Jesus Christ's name. He was able to get it because of his baby mama. Songo is not only in Pram Pram, but the whole of Adan. Oh, I'm happy that Songo at least stretches to Pram Pram. So we are at least 30% correct. I love that. Kobikwe says, Frank Maoko, go get your facts right. Burkina Faso grows organic tomatoes and not GMOs. Like, wow. Okay, so somebody's here too. Timeless person said, what happened to the contract for the construction of the greenhouse training centers that was awarded at a cost of $19.7 million US? I'm going to go into this. Thank you so much for reminding. And please take note of all these things. MCR, take note of all these concerns. I love to go into all of them one after the other. That is what proves that we are a family. We don't just talk and then we let that go. Take note of everything. Trish Kenzie says God is punishing him. And very soon all those that stole from the Adam people will continue to suffer. Who are you talking about? Trish Kenzie says, Mr. Black, please, I'm ready to tell you the truth. Tell me the truth. And then Kwesi Balfour says, good evening, Black Rasta. Can we really speak truth to power by letting our leaders know what it takes to grow our own tomatoes and other stuff? Reset the national agenda? Yes, of course. That is what we're doing. And we've been doing that. Okay? Thank you so much for speaking your mind as well. Tay Clement says, good evening, Black Rasta. We're going to take 2 more and we'll be done. Please, can you talk about Galamsey? Because the Minister of Land and Natural Resources says the embassies in Ghana are now importing water. Black, where is the country heading to? I haven't heard that. But I knew we'll come to that if we did not stop Galamsey. I'll check it out and we'll do a whole story on that. Wafasia says, Magdan has a lot up his sleeves long before this time. I've seen people, families weeping for his actions against them. Little did they know that karma will visit him today. Rebecca Mensah says, midnight. It has been normal in Ghana now. People drop off cars at midnight. Luxurious afro. Says sound is messed up. Are you sure? Sound is messed up at a certain point. MCR, what happened to the sound? Oh my God. All right. We apologize for that. My attention was never drawn to that. Samuel Nate says, Black Rasta, please. I cannot hear you. Oh my God. Dominic says, Black, we can hear you. What is your producer doing? Great show, Black. So what happened? What happened to that? Good evening, Black. Please, can you talk about Galamsey? Okay, I think we looked at this earlier. Okay, and then the comments are here, Black. We can't hear you. What happened? Did we mute something? Anyway, I apologize for that, and we have some new hands here as well. So you'll see that the production. We have some new trainees here as well. So you see that the production has been a little shaky, but soon we'll be there. All right. It's been the Black Pot, aka Kuku Shonamo, and here we speak truth to power. Thank you so much. We appreciate you and we love you. Remember, our numbers are still with you. And if we have not read your message, feel no way. We still go back to the message and we'll read them. Love you. My name is Black Rasta. See you again tomorrow, same time, 6 p.m. Until then, guidance and protection. Hey!